Hellraiser, 1987 horror film written and directed by Clive Barker based on his own novel titled The Hellbound Heart. It's a movie made for next to no money, $900,000 was the rough budget, which earned itself a cult status over the years and spawned a successful franchise that at this point has around 10 different sequels in the series. This first film is a mixture of eroticism and sexual related body horror and cosmic horror, entities from unknown dimensions which have no discernible goals or motivations other than to royally screw over the humans that they come in contact with. The film opens with a man named Frank purchasing a mysterious cube, which turns out to be a device that can open portals to other planes of existence. One such plane releases the Cenobites upon Frank, a group of humanoid-looking creatures, strange creatures that claim to be explorers of the beyond, of the unknown. Frank is then shown to be sort of torn to shreds, and months later his brother moves into his old house with his wife. And an accidentally spilled drop of blood reawakens Frank's mortal remains, and he then proceeds to haunt the house as a half-reanimated husk, pestering the wife with whom he had an affair in the past to get more blood for him in order to fully come back to life and escape the Cenobites. The story goes from there, and you kind of think you know where this is going precisely, but then it doesn't really do that. So it's like for most of its runtime, it pretends to be just this erotic horror exploring the twisted desires that push humans to depravity. But then at some point it does go into the cosmic horror aspect more and becomes all the more terrifying for it. I liked how it doesn't over-explain itself. We never really learn who the Cenobites truly are, how they came to be, what is the origin of the cube, what do Cenobites want, why do they do what they do. They just kind of are, like a force of nature. And the box is also clearly referencing Pandora's box, the opening of which brings all sorts of misery upon the curious person. The design of the Cenobites is extraordinary, the practical effects on them look very good to this day, and as much as the movie has aged in other aspects and does show the limitations of its low budget and unexperienced actors and so on, I thought it was still very capable of working within those limitations to create a pretty effective horror film. Solid movie.